everybody, welcome back. So, as promised in the last video, I'm comparing, this is a benchmark single barrel. This is one that came out of the full-size mini barrel. This is a brand new lid, and it went up to 98 proof. This benchmark bonded went up to 104 proof. It also had a brand new lid. Now this Eagle Rare went up to only 95 proof. Well, I should state, these two were in the barrels for 7 months, but a lot leaked out, as I explained in the other video. I think that can affect the flavor because I did have a Knob Creek 9-year single barrel that a lot leaked out, and it just, I don't know, didn't taste as good as I thought it should have. We're going to see. This Eagle Rare was also in a full-size mini barrel, but it was a second fill, so the barrel that had the Stag 22A, after I emptied it, I refilled it with this Eagle Rare. So it went to 95 proof. It was there for 3 months. I refilled that barrel with some tequila, Blanco tequila. And then, of course, this E.H. Taylor small batch. It's just regular E.H. Taylor small batch. I don't know, man, if things are changing, but like the last month and a half, I just happened to show up, you know, to some stores when they were getting their shipments, and I got 3 bottles in a month and a half of E.H. Taylor small batch, and like 2 bottles of Weller 12-year, so, which, I don't know, maybe times are changing, man, here in Oregon. It was pretty cool. You can tell I've been enjoying this. One of these I put into a full-size mini barrel, and that one, what did it have in there? Let me see if I can find it. I believe that's a brand new lid. Yeah, I think I just used a brand new lid, and I put also one of these Weller 12 years into a full-size mini barrel with a brand new lid, and they are all in the greenhouse, so it's hot and humid in there, you know. We'll see. But anyways, I really wanted to see, could I get these like super available, affordable, like lower tier Buffalo Trace bourbons to get somewhat close to E.H. Taylor. And I also wanted to do that with the Eagle Rare also, because for me, Eagle Rare, it's not hard to get. It's sometimes I see it sits on the shelf now for like a week before it's gone, which surprises me. But so we're gonna find out. I'm gonna go through these A, B, C, D, and we'll see. This smells a little more youthful, almost a little waxy, but some sweet appley, cherry, fruit notes. Oh, okay, this one smells a lot richer. This smells dark and deep and rich. Good oak and cherry, man. That smells really good. This also smells good. Kind of bright and sweet. I don't know, cherry, appley, plum maybe? That one actually smells really good too. It smells a little more oaky as well. Man, alright, I'm just going to start up here today. Mega sweet. Ooh, really sweet, man. That's really tasty, whatever that is. That's yummy. It does have, I don't know if it's because I haven't had anything to drink for a little while, but it's like burning my throat, man. It's weird. I know none of these are that high proof, but it packs a lot of flavor, a lot of just sweet, summery fruits. Like if you like a sweet bourbon, you would like whatever that is. It's not complex. It's just sweet, and it's good. I'm enjoying it. Oh yeah, the nose on this thing. I love oak and spice in a bourbon, and this smells like it's gonna just have loads of that. Oh man, that's so good. That is like dark chocolate cherries and like just sweet, almost like sweet honey and oak, man. A lot of good, just like dank oak. That's super good. Whatever that is, that's, man, I could sip on that every single day. Well, I don't sip on whiskey every day. I'm just saying, if that's all I had to sip on from now on, I'd be happy. It's really good. I think I know what it is, but we'll see. So the first two are really good. We'll see about these last two. It's getting a little more spice on the finish. That's very sweet, but with some good oak spice on it. Man, that's tasty. Whoa. Honey, like honey syrup. Man, that's tasty. Not as complex as B, but more of a finish than A had. But similar flavors to A. That same like heavy sweetness. This just had a little bit more on the finish, spiciness, and a little more oak. This thing smells dark, whatever this is. This smells good. Ooh. Interesting. These are a lot closer than I thought they were going to be. Really. I'm going to pause it and just kind of work my way through these a few times, because, which is pretty cool that it's that close, because these are really easy to get. And that means they taste really good in a full-size mini barrel. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Kind of surprising to me that this was more difficult. There was a clear first place for me, but the other three, man, it was close. I'm going to say my last place is A, just because it felt a little less complex, like it had less of a finish to it compared to second and third place. So my last place is A. Still a really good whiskey. Like, I'd be happy sipping on this. E.H. Taylor, small batch, last place. Wow. It had noticeably less going on the finish. That's crazy, guys. That means both of these in full-size mini barrels beat E.H. Taylor. Okay, third place is C, because why it took third and not second, it was just a little bit more muted compared to what second place was, you know? Whoa. Wow. Oh my gosh. Dang. Oh my goodness. Really? Okay. Second place. Benchmark bonded. First place, Benchmark single barrel for, was it 7 or 8? Let's see. 7 months, both of these in a full-size mini barrel. Wow. This was 3 months. This was a second fill. I put it in the barrel that had stag. Oh my goodness. Man, last place. Get yourself some of these, man. The single barrel and the bonded, and make yourself some full-size mini barrels. I know I'm not making any for sale right now. I'm busy, got a lot of stuff I'm working on, but wow. Okay, you know what? I'm really curious. Next video, I'm putting the 2 benchmark full proofs that I did up against Stag 22A. All right, number 1, number 2, crazy. All right, till next time.